this is where my problem is coming, because the handle I have for this will turn it into a machete. A very, 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 very slow machete. Whereas if I build anything else for it, it'll turn it into a very, very slow hammer. And I think I want a hammer, not anything else. Oh, this thing is going to be so slow. It's 0. That is actually completely the wrong handle. I should have gone for the machete. This is going to be bad. See, now I know it's going to be bad when the Helio core is better than this. I am so calling this thing Sloma. This thing is just no. Yeah, I'll put Zara on there so I know what I'm on about when I see the thing in my inventory. Sloma! As expected though, after being gilded, it now has 32% crit chance, 130 impact. Yes, now it's getting better. Oh, this thing was... Yes, it may have a 32% status chance, even once you throw a maxed out organ shatter in there, and it only goes to a 3.8 times crit multiplier, and yeah, okay, the impact can be quite nice because it's a giant hammer. The slash is nice. It has some puncture, so it's not completely useless. It's the fact that even after gilding this, it still only ended up with a 10% status chance, which just... It didn't let it down. Anything less than 10 would have just been really bad, but this was definitely one of those weapons where you're going to need, as well as the V that was put on when gilding it, it'll need at least 2 more just to make it barely usable. And it's because it's crit based, to make up for the attack speed, Berserker, even Prime Fury, this thing's still pretty slow, but that is the main reason I built this for crit. Throw in body count, blood rush and Berserker as well as Prime Fury, and it makes up for the lack of attack speed, but it's still really, really slow. It may do more damage than other hammers, but that attack speed is just kind of unforgivable. So the kind of setup that I have with the new handle and the new head, it looks really amazing, that handle, because the hammer itself looks like it has a handle built into it, and then there's another handle on the end of that. This thing should have had a way longer range. Build this, if you're going to build this, strike, the hammer strike, yeah, build it so you have attack speed. That just cannot be stressed enough. It is the lack of attack speed that just ruined this for me. I may rebuild this in the future with a different link, but for now, I'm not. Because you can also change it so it has status instead of crit. There's lots of different things you can do. But it was more for just trying it after building the Zorkana, the Kana Zor part, strike, then the heavy blade, which it said it wasn't possible of doing, which was yesterday's video. This was kind of the letdown of all the new strikes, and I'm not sure if I want to put this down to the fact that I did this one last, or what was going on. I wanted to love it, but I was just missing something. And despite its really slow attack speed, I don't think I would really have changed it for anything else, apart from maybe going this way to add a little bit more status to begin with, but that attack speed went even worse for a little bit more damage. There is way better links. I mean, there you go. That one swaps the crit for the status and everything else stays exactly the same, so that would be a status version of the hammer. Kind of wish I'd gone for that one rather than crit, if I'm honest. The rest of them, yeah, the main reason I did this is I had the links already, and I just built all 3 of them using the same ones, and I'm actually looking at this, and yeah, that's a little bit more status, but again, it's slower. You don't want it to be too slow. I could justify this as much as I really wanted, but I had the link, so I used the link, and if I was going to, still think I would have gone for this and built a status version of the same thing rather than a crit based one, because status, yeah, weeping wounds instead of, it's not body count, it's that other mod. Just go the status route instead of the crit route, and it could have been way better. But it still suffers the same attack speed, sadly. So, take it or leave it. The head was actually pretty effective, but like most Zors, it's the links that, if you don't do it right, you can end up with things like this, which are fairly powerful, but that slow attack speed is just unforgivable. Anyway, we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.